Hello, and welcome to the Thought for the Day today on the 15th of October. I'm going to read out some verses from Psalm 77. It's quite a long psalm, so I will just pick a few verses as we go through. It starts off like this. I cried out to God for help. I cried out to God to hear me. When I was in distress, I sought the Lord. I remembered you, God, and I groaned. My heart meditated and my spirit asked, will the Lord reject forever? Will he never show his favour again? Has his unfailing love vanished forever? Perhaps sometimes it feels like that God's forgotten about us, perhaps because of our personal circumstances or because of things that are going on in the world around us. We don't see evidence, perhaps, of God's power, God's love, God's works, and so we feel rejected and alone. But here the person who's writing the psalm, their response to feeling that, which is a very normal human thing to feel, is to turn to God and to cry out to God and to ask God and say, where are you? But then later on in the psalm, the person goes on to remember the things that God has done. And they write, I will consider your works. I will meditate on your mighty deeds. Your ways, God, are holy. What God is as great as our God? And then there's an amazing description of how God brought the Israelites, the Hebrews, out of slavery in Egypt, led the people like a flock. When we go through hard times, when things feel overwhelming, when things feel too much, what we need to do is remember the things that God has done. We cry out to God. We tell him that we're in pain, that we're in anguish, that we're frightened, that we feel like we're abandoned. And then also, we remember the things that God has done for us, for our lives individually, for the people we know, for our communities, for our country, for the whole of humanity. There are so many amazing stories that we can praise and thank God for in the midst of our feeling overwhelmed or abandoned or frightened. Turn to God. That's the message of this psalm. Whatever's happening, turn to God. Tell him, talk to him about it, and praise him for what he has done. Thank you.